Next matchup, Spurs, Grizzlies, 8 o'clock Memphis. The Spurs are the 1-point favorite, total at 227. We saw a half-point fade of the Spurs and movement upward on the total. San Antonio opened 1.5 down the -1. Total opened 226.5 up to 227. 65% are leaning San Antonio, 64% shaded toward the over. Right now, Memphis is -105 on the money line. Memphis winners in 5 out of their last 8 games. They went 6-2 against the spread in that stretch of 8 ball games as well. They're averaging 113 points per contest at home. Ja Morant, 18 points a game, 7 assists on average for him. Jaren Jackson, 17 points a game, 5 rebounds. And Dillon Brooks, 15 points a game, 4 boards for him. San Antonio failed to cover in 4 out of their last 6 themselves. That's going to put them at just 4-8 against the spread when traveling. They rank in the bottom 5 in points allowed, bottom 5 in defensive rebounding. They're allowing 117 points per contest on their home court. Their opponents are also shooting 48% from the field on their home court as well. Now, 6 out of San Antonio's last 8 games did go over the number. Memphis is 5-1 to the over in their last 6 themselves. I'm going to lean Memphis +1 and the over 227 in that contest. Next matchup, Nuggets. Suns, 9 o'clock Phoenix. The Nuggets are the 3.5-point favorite on the road, total at 217. We saw a half-a-point fade of Denver and movement downward on the total. The Nuggets opened 4, down the -3.5. Total opened 217.5, down to 217 even. 74% are leaning Denver, 83% shaded toward the over. Right now, Phoenix is plus $1.45 on the money line. Now, the Suns have lost their last 6 straight, where they went just 1-5 against the spread in those 6. Out of their 17 home games, they were victorious in just 6 of them this year. They rank at the bottom 10 in offensive rebounding, bottom 10 in points allowed. They're allowing 116 points per contest, and their opponents are shooting 48% from the field. They're also ranking the bottom 5 in points allowed at home, bottom 3 in defensive field goal percentage at home as well. The Suns are in 4th place in the Pacific Division, 12.5 games back of the division lead. They're just 11-18 straight up overall for the year. Denver, completely different story, and as a matter of fact, they're right in the middle of a 6-game winning streak. They're also 5-2 against the spread in their last 7. They rank the top 3 in points allowed, top 10 in defensive rebounding. They're in 1st place in the Northwest Division, 20-8 straight up overall for the year, and they rank 1st in offensive 3-point percentage on the road. I'm going to lean toward the road chalk in this one. Give me the Nuggets -3.5 and the under 217 in that game. Next matchup, Houston taking on the Kings, 10 o'clock Sacramento. The Rockets are the 5.5-point favorite on the road, totals at 230. So a half-a-point fade of Houston and movement upward on the total. The Rockets open 6, down to 5.5. Total open 227, all the way up to 230. 68% are leaning Houston, 69% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Kings are plus $2 on the money line. The Kings have also lost their last 3 straight, where they went just 1-5 against the spread in their last 6. They rank in the bottom 5 in scoring, bottom 3 in offensive rebounding. They're 11.5 games back of the division lead. They're also just 12-17 overall for the year. They're averaging just 104 points per contest at home, and they rank in the bottom 5 in home offensive rebounding. Now, the Rockets, on the other side, winners in 7 out of their last 9. They're also 10-5 straight up on the road this year. They're ranking in the top 3 in scoring, top 5 in offensive rebounding. James Harden is averaging 39 points a game, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, and 2 steals. Russell Westbrook, 24 points a game, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals as well. Houston is averaging 121 points per contest on the road, and they rank in the top 10 in road defensive rebounding. A couple more things to add about Houston. They're in 1st place in the Southwest Division at 20-9 straight up overall for the season. 9 out of Houston's last 15 road games did stay under the total. Sacramento 7-4 to the under at home. I'm going to lean Rockets -5.5 and the under 230 in that contest. Next matchup, Pelicans, Blazers, 10 o'clock Portland. The Blazers are the 6-point favorite, total at 230. We saw a half-a-point move toward Portland and movement downward on the total. The Blazers open 5.5 up to -6. Total open 231 down to 230. 71% are leaning Portland, 67% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Pelicans are plus 215 on the money line. The Pelicans have dropped 9 out of their last 10 straight. Once again, just 1-9 straight up in their last 10. They also covered just 20% of their games in their last 10 as well. They rank in the bottom 10 in offensive field goal percentage, bottom 3 in points allowed. Out of their 15 road games, they were victorious in just 4 of them. They're also just 5-10 against the spread in those 15 games away from home as well. They're allowing 119 points per contest on average. They're also allowing 120 points per contest on the road. They're in last place in the Southwest Division, just 7-23 straight up on the year, 13.5 games back of the division lead. They're in the bottom 3 in points allowed on the road, bottom 10 in road defensive field goal percentage. Now, Portland on the other side, winners in 5 out of their last 6. They went 4-2 against the spread in those 6 games. Damian Lillard, 27 points a game, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. C.J. McCollum, 22 points a game, 5 rebounds for him. And Hassan Whiteside, he's bringing down 13 rebounds a game, 16 points for Whiteside. This Portland squad is 8-6 straight up at home this year, top 10 in scoring, top 10 in offensive rebounding. They're also averaging 116 points per contest on their home court. 2 out of Portland's last 3 did get over the number. New Orleans 8-7 to the over when traveling. I'm going to lean Portland -6 and the over 230 in that game. All right, next and final matchup for the show. And it truly is a crap show. I'm talking about Minnesota taking on Golden State, 10:30 Eastern tip-off in that game. Now, Minnesota, they are actually the 2-point favorite on the road here. Totals at 221. We did see a 1-point fade of Minnesota and movement downward on the total. Minnesota open -3, down to -2. Total open 221.5, down to 221. 69% are leaning Timberwolves, 85% shaded toward the under. Right now, Golden State's plus $1.10 on the money line. Golden State, believe it or not, they've successfully covered the point spread in 2 out of their last 4. They rank in the top 3 in free throw percentage. They're also ranking in the top 3 from the stripe at home. Minnesota, on the other side, losers in their last 10 straight. They went just 1-9 against the spread in that losing streak. They're 6-3 to the over in their last 9. Give me the home dog in this one. I like Golden State +2 and the over 221 in that game. All right, let's go ahead and dive into our quick pick recap. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage, where once again we went 3-1 in our premium picks yesterday on that website. I like Golden State +2 over 221. Portland -6 over 230. Houston -5.5 under 230. Denver -3.5 under 217. Memphis +1 over 227. Miami -4.5 over 213. Washington +4 over 230. Indiana -6.5 under 210 and a hook. Philadelphia -6 over 215. Chicago +5 over 208.5. And last but certainly not least, I like Cleveland -1 and the over 228.5 in that game. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage, where we are currently 3-0 in our last 3 daily double package picks on that site. Shout out to Ninja Chris, Jerry David, Shah N, Mehul Suri, Vernon Williard, Nelson Baez Mata, Janit Patel, Stephen Lewis, Mark Alva, and last but certainly not least, gotta give a shout out to Ralph Portuando. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. And once again, don't forget to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where once again we went 3-1 in our premium picks yesterday on that website. That's going to put us at 3-0 in our last 3 daily double package picks on that site. We're also 3-0 in our last 3 crowd pleaser teasers, and we are 3-0 in our NBA package picks, in our last 3 package picks there as well. Now, if you want to check out the website, the link's in the description section below. Now, what we do here on YouTube is we handicap every single game on the board, both this side and the total. And I'll tell you this much, if you were to, bet every single game on the board side and total with your hard-earned money in real life, you're guaranteed to lose all of your money in the long run. And as a matter of fact, you're probably going to end up losing in the short run as well. There's too many games. The math is against you. The books are too smart. They're too sharp. So what we do on Patreon is we really narrow it down and focus in on 3 to 4 premium selections per day. They're games that I personally have action on. They're high percentage selections. And I'll tell you this much. My current record on Patreon is a whole lot better than it is handicapping every single game on the board on YouTube, throwing darts, picking games with my eyes closed. So anyway, you can check out my current record for free right now on that Patreon website. All you have to do is click the link in the description section below. My record is right on the homepage. And once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, let's go ahead and dive into our Spanish edition, also known as Edición en Español. Tengo Golden State con puntos y las altas, Portland -6 y las altas, Houston -5.5 y los bajos, Denver -3.5 y los bajos, Memphis con puntos y las altas, Miami -4.5 y las altas, Washington con puntos y las altas, Indiana -6.5 y los bajos, Philadelphia -6 y las altas, Chicago con puntos y las altas, y final Cleveland -1 y las altas. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Monday to you. Best of luck to you. Happy Festivus to you. And don't forget to check me out on patreon.com/BrockPage.